Y'all, we back on another episode of Let's Talk About It with JMACK, episode 6. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in on the platform. Make sure you leave a comment below and like and subscribe if you can, and comment that you have subscribed. A lucky subscriber, when I hit about, right now my goal is to get at least 100 subscribers, more than what I have already. I'm going to be giving out a gift card to a lucky winner. So thank you so much once again. Thanks everyone who's been tuning in. And make sure you check out the Gordito and Chinito podcast as well, the JMACK Experience podcast as well, and also the Gordito and Chinito Adventures blog. Now today, as we usually do, we got about 3 or 4 topics that we're going to get into, but I'm switching it up this time. Usually the topics are kind of similar every episode, but this episode is going to be a little bit different. So our first topic for the day is, which is very, very spicy, that somebody will reach out and give us this one. It says, I am a correctional officer. I got an inmate pregnant. What should I do? Now, before we get into the situation, this is some crazy shit right here because number one, this correctional officer could lose his job. This is like some Orange is the New Black type shit, if you ask me. But yo, this shit's crazy. Let's hear about what's going on over here. So somebody had told them, expect to lose your job. Set everything up so your legal family can live safely after you're convicted and sentenced to prison. Damn, I didn't even know. I thought you just lose your job, like, and that's about it. I didn't even know you go to prison for that. That's fucking crazy. So a nigga can't be fucking no inmates. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? How you gonna be fucking the inmates? That's crazy, bro. No shame in his game. Now he's saying, when you get out, understand that your family and friends may go no contact order. If the baby was put up for adoption, you don't have to worry. If not, expect to be paying child support. Oh, but of course, you know he's gonna have to pay that fucking bag. Like that's gonna be inevitable. You know, you got a pregnant. Number one, that shit's not gonna last because while your ass is sitting in jail, she gonna be fucking some other nigga, to be honest. And yo, this dude's probably stressed out. He's probably in a world of shit. Now, somebody had a different opinion here. Federal law makes it illegal for prison guards to have sex with incarcerated people. This is because incarcerated people cannot legally give consent. If a prison guard has sex with an incarcerated person, the guard can face up to 15 years in prison. Damn, that is crazy, bro. For a piece of toto, bro. That's nuts, bro. You was better off like going to fucking, you already know, calling you up a fucking going to strip or something or some crazy shit. Like that's fucking nuts, dude. That is crazy. Now somebody else said, hopefully that's what happens. He was a person in power position, one that was supposedly there to regulate behaviors and keep them safe while they pay their debt to society. What a freaking scumbag. As the Nems would say, scummy. That's fucking crazy. And then it says, somebody else joking around said, you should have smuggled in the morning after pill. Someone put laughing out loud. Now, for the last comment on this situation, yes, you are in a lot of trouble and will absolutely go to prison. I've seen it happen over and over in my years in a woman's prison. Also, this is someone that works in a prison as well. That's probably a fellow correctional officer. A lot of the women would go after the male officers on purpose because if they get caught, they are now considered rape victims. No matter what, you're going to be labeled as a rapist because, as you are aware, inmates are wards of the state. By getting her pregnant, she will probably get her sentence reduced and can even file more charges against you. You had to know all of this as a correctional officer. Yes, that morning after pill would have been a good idea, but a better one would have been to keep it in your pants. Pause. You can kiss your life goodbye. In our society, as you know, being a felon is never forgiven. Now, if you can relate, I'm pretty sure you're going to be as anonymous as possible. You probably won't even be able to comment on this because you might lose your job as well. Maybe you didn't get an inmate pregnant, but if you know someone or heard of something, maybe, we would like to know all the bochinche. Make sure you fucking comment below and let us know how you feel about this in general and what are your thoughts on this situation. Now, my next topic, moving on, is what can I do if my wife wants an open relationship? Somebody put, they got straight to the point. You can divorce her and she will get her wish. My son just went through that. First, she told him she wanted an open relationship, which in reality was because she was already seeing someone. He begged her to stay. She moved out. Que pendejo. Yo, once it's over, bro, fuck it. Pack your bags. Vete pa'l carajo. Real talk. I mean, there's no turning back from that. Si ya está cogiendo otro huevo, quiere coger huevo. Peace, bitch. You know what I mean? Be gone. So she said she would tell him that she was going out on dates, which of course hurt him terribly to no end. And he was so embarrassed he didn't want to tell anybody what was going on. Meanwhile, we find out that the only reason why she really married him was that she could get a hold of his credit cards. And then she also took out credit cards in his name that he knew nothing about. She ran up the bill of about $62,000 in debt that he now owes. I'm guessing your marriage vows didn't say anything about an open relationship. This isn't love and this isn't fair. When someone decides to change the rules on what you both agreed that marriage was about, you simply have to let them go. Since the obvious reason of her not telling you the truth, I would start by taking her off of your bank account, taking her off of all your credit cards, and I would start saving up for a divorce attorney. You deserve better than this. It really hurts when you can't trust the one that you're supposed to be in love with and rely on. I'm sorry that this happened to you. Look at this as a learning experience and keep your head up high. Facts, bro. I mean, I say it time and time again. If it's not for you, you could always do better or worse, to be honest. But you know what? Fuck it. I mean, who the fuck, unless you like cogiendo cuerno, then that's another story. But I don't know. That's fucking crazy. Like, she's already telling you open relationship. So it's not like she's gonna be with one dude. She might fucking be dating like 10 dudes. So it's like it's endless. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like once the damage is done, there's no turning back, especially, no offense to females, but when a female decides to do her dirt, for men, I think they take it way harder because it's more of a pride thing and a machismo thing. If you're Hispanic, I mean, if you're Hispanic, forget about it. There's dudes that even fucking end up murdering their fucking girl, their wife, when they find out, which is the extreme. I don't agree with, but that's how bad it gets, because men are like extremely hurt when they find out that some other nigga was piping it down, metiéndole leche y toda la vaina. So, yo, it's crazy. Somebody else said, I'm so sorry for him. The worst part, in my opinion, was telling him she was going to go out on dates, knowing that he loved her. She could have told him straight up that she wanted a divorce without the whole open marriage thing. She already had what she wanted. Why hurt him unnecessarily? That's facts, though. Like, if you knew that you was a fucking thought and you wanted to be thotting around, you should not even tied the knot. You should have been like, yo, you know what? I'd rather just be dating. I don't want to fucking get married. You know what I mean? Like, keep it 100. And somebody said, that is actually a brilliant answer. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, this is the person that put out the story. Now, someone else said, for her unfaithfulness, one day she will regret for leaving a good husband or vice versa. Love yourself and be good to yourself. Do what's right morally. That's a fact. I mean, I've had a few podcasts on my show, to be honest, on the JMACK Experience podcast. And not for none, a lot of people that have came through those doors have always mentioned this one. Put yourself first and love yourself first. Like, meaning, like, don't seek validation, even if it's not relationship wise. Don't seek validation from nobody. You know what I mean? Like, be your own validation. Like, there's some people that they feel like they have to have validation from someone or their girl or social media, like, in order for them to be alive and to function in this world. That shit is fucking crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I mean, if someone's not for you, they just not for you. You just gotta let it go straight up. Someone simply said, divorce the bitch. Straight up. Divorce her because she's a hoe and she will end up giving you an STD. That's a fact. Or even worse, having another kid and saying that is yours. Or maybe the dude she's fucking with, he gets jealous, he can end up bodying you. Bro, it's endless. You know what I mean? So we'll end that topic on that note. That's the absolute worst thing that can happen, which is true because remember, she's fucking around. Now she comes fuck with you. You end up catching the herb. You end up catching some crazy shit. Or not even that. She gets pregnant and now she don't even know who the father is. And she's telling you, oh, no, it's yours. Like, it's some wild shit that females be doing. And there's dudes sometimes that have kids that they be raising that they don't even know that that's not even their kid. Straight crazy. You know what I mean? So, listen, we're going to end it up with one more topic for the week, episode 6. And this one is going to be for all those people out there. I always try to touch on one addiction related. For all those people out there who are battling addiction, I'm going to put up the hotline once again, as I always do. Make sure you seek some help and make sure you always reach out to someone. It's never too late to turn your life around. There's people that have been full-blown crackheads and have gotten help. And you know, if they change their life around, like to no limit, you know, and some people do it cold turkey, but once again, it's extremely hard for some situations, but some situations you could do it with no help. Now, somebody said, how does it feel being sober? As an alcoholic, feeling sober is where I want to be. Problem is, I wake up in the morning shaking like a leaf in a blizzard. I can't use my phone, my new expensive laptop, no chance. I can't put a glass of water to my lips, a cup of coffee, forget it if I burn myself. Even alcohol. Thankfully, alcohol comes in bottles or cans. Otherwise, I would be soaked. Meaning he'll be drinking like to no end. It takes at least 3 days before I can be normal again, but I have things to do, like making a living. That's true. Like, yo, not for nothing. I can relate to this personally. Where I was drinking, there was a point in my life where I was drinking every single day. And bro, like, that's no joke. That's not to be played with. You know, you once you start getting older, like I must have been in my late 20s. And you know, when I was young, like maybe my early 20s, you know, 19, 20, around there, I could drink like every day, all day, and I could still function properly. I could still go to work. I could still like be on 3 hours of sleep. Like, yo, as I got older, I needed like 2 days. Just like you said, I needed like a good 2 days. I remember drinking sometimes, and like I would even call out of work because I couldn't even function. Like, and that's the next day. Or sometimes I wouldn't even go to sleep, and knowing I had work the next morning. Like, I always say this on every episode. Alcohol, they say that it's not a big deal. Like, alcohol is the worst. I feel I consider it a drug. Some people say, oh, it's not a drug. It is a drug. Because as I always say, yo, it's on every corner. It's legal to buy it. And sometimes you can't get enough of it, even if it's fucking your life up. There's people that get more than one DUI and they're still sipping. They're still drinking and driving. Like, yo, alcohol's a motherfucker, not for nothing. Like, if you don't know how to control it, it could literally ruin your life. Like, you know, and I speak from example. Like, yo, like when I was drinking, I couldn't. There was a point where I couldn't even. I had to drink. Like, there was times I wanted to be like, oh, you know, I'll be like, I'm not gonna drink today, and then I'll end up drinking. You know what I'm saying? So like, but once again, because the availability, I would get off of work, and I'm saying, oh no, I'm not drinking today. But then I pass by a liquor store, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could just have a little cup or two. But yo, that 1 or 2 cups turn into a whole bottle. Now the next day I gotta go to work. I can't even make it to work because I'm still bent from the night before, twisted. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the meanest headache, the meanest hangover. All you want to do is sleep all day long because you got no energy to do anything. You're literally draining yourself. And it's crazy to sound, out of all that, I still couldn't get enough. I still would like Once I would feel better, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all set. I'm going to chill. And I go right back to copping another bottle. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man, but it's real, you know? And then somebody said here, you'll know when you're done drinking. You can't have a will to stop, but you can't force to stop, and you can't control it. If and when your time comes, it will happen naturally and it will be over. I drank daily heavily for 40 years. Those may be the most encouraging or maybe the most discouraging words you'll read. But for me, those words were and are the truth. That's a fact. Someone else said right with you. Like, you literally have to have had enough completely um to decide, you know what, I'm all set. Like, maybe you gotta stay active in something, or you gotta just be too busy. But like, once you start realizing, bro, this shit's taking over my life. I can't function. I can't do nothing. I'm always trying to cop me a bottle. Then when I get the bottle, I don't have no motivation to do nothing because I'm too lit. Like, that shit used to happen to me, to be honest. I stopped doing music for mad long because I was too lit to record music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even record, you can't even function. It's crazy. You know, I could speak firsthand, man. I know how this shit is. Like, thank God, knock on wood, you know, I came to my senses and I'm like, yo, this shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bringing me down. I'm just in the same. I'm like, I felt like I was on a treadmill. You feel me? Like, I wasn't going nowhere. I was just getting lit, waking up the next day. I mean, I was still taking care of responsibilities, but at the same time, I was half-assed in life. I was too tired. Even if I went to work, I was tired. I didn't have no energy, no motivation because I was too lit from the night before. It just throws off your whole fucking vibe. Like, you could be doing so much besides getting lit. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Now, somebody says, I agree with this 100%. I drank regularly 70 to 100 units a week. Damn, this dude's trying to fucking OD on liquor. I'm guessing he's talking about beer because there's no way he was drinking 100 bottles a week. One day I woke up and I just couldn't face the thought of another pint. He had enough. He had enough. Like, bro, I'm telling you, that shit's no joke. If you are shaking in the morning through alcohol withdrawal, you must not go cold turkey. It is essential that you get some medical help to get the alcohol dependence out of your system. I think talking therapies like AA, etc. Yeah, like Alcoholics Anonymous, speaking on the hotline is the first start. And then it says the priority is to get medical attention to get to a place where your body is not physically dependent on alcohol. The shakes are a sign that your drinking is severe and serious and is out of control. You need to take action. I know from experience that if you're having the shakes, then seizures are in the mail, meaning you're going to experience seizures after that. Be brave, get medical help, and I wish you all the very best of luck. That's some real shit. Yo, like, you could get liver damage. That's another thing. You get liver damage. And once you get liver damage, you fucked. Or you can even dehydrate, bro. There's times where I felt extremely dehydrated from drinking so much. You know, and that shit's dangerous. You know what I mean? We're gonna end it on that note. If you know somebody that's suffering from alcohol abuse or drug addiction, or maybe gambling addiction is another one, seek some help. It's not a game. Like, and there's so many outlets nowadays that you know, you could probably save yourself from an early death, or even worse, you hurting somebody else. Because when you're on alcohol, to be honest, sometimes you don't make the brightest decisions. You know what I'm saying? This is another episode of Let's Talk About It with JMACK, episode 6. Once again, I want to thank you all. If you want to comment and give us a similar situation that you've been through or can relate to on these 3 topics of today, please feel free to comment below. Or if you don't want to comment, you can email us at the JMACK Experience Podcast. We out of here, y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.